How do there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where I'm just going to have a little bit of a review and a little bit of a chat of the 2021 dart season. Now, anyone who came to my live stream will know that I thought it was 2022. That's because I've got FIFA 22, so yeah, we've got it right this time, 2021. So we've had a couple of days to digest since the World Championship qualifier and have a little bit of a think about things, and yeah, it's not much has changed really. I'm still very upbeat and positive, and I've basically took stock of what's happened this year. I broke it down into these couple of headings, which I'll go through and discuss with you as we go through, and then tell you what's coming next and what the future holds. So, first part is the early part of the season. I personally found this extremely hard. Now, the thing I found very hard about this is one of the things that, I'm speaking to a couple of people at the moment who are feeling like a little bit isolated with certain things. Nothing felt more isolated than the start of this year. So I spoke about it, I shared the journey as we went through it, and the worst part about that was obviously the COVID restrictions and isolation. That was great that we got to play darts. I can give you all those cliches and things. But when you're not winning games, that part sucked. Because you'd go away, Bolton, for example. 4 days in the hotel to play the 4 days back to back, plus the day before to do your COVID test. So you go there, you do your COVID test the day before, you're in your room. Now, the breakfast came to your door in the room. You had your breakfast in the room, you left it outside, they came and collected it. You went down to the darts, you played your darts, you had 10 minutes from when you lost, you went back to your room, and there you was until the next morning when you went down to darts again. It was a darting prison. Now, some people loved that environment, some people hated it. I'm the latter. I didn't really get on with that very well, didn't enjoy that side of things, and it comes hard. Now, obviously, if I was winning games, I was doing really well, you don't care. You don't, but if you I drew Michael Van Gerwen on day one, then I drew Dave Chisnell. So I was in my room with a 6-4 and a 6-5 defeat on those days, playing very good darts. But I'm in my room at 20 past 12, and I'm there till the end of the day, till the next day, sort of thing. You don't see anyone, and that side of things was hard. There's many people that struggled with it. I say some people flew. If you was finding it easy, it probably became easier because the people that was struggling with it just struggled even more with that. So certainly by the time the UK Open came around, my word, that I wasn't ready for that. I definitely can admit that one for sure. And that was the point where I'd say that was a low. So I thought, right, we've got to make a few changes here, which is what we did. I started getting back down to the gym, I started playing football, started making a few changes in my personal life to sort of embrace and welcome the world back in as things sort of came back open up again. Because that was what I said, one of the issues was at the start of the year, not having that sort of being out and doing things. I'm always a person on the go and likes to do things, so it started to take its toll. One of the biggest problems, though, when we look at the dart side of things, so that's like the personal side of things. If we look at the dart side of things, one of the things we've got is this. The 6-5 curse. So Darts Tracker, at Darts Tracker, or Darts_Tracker, said 34.48. The percentage of matches that at the Edgar, that's my Twitter handle. If you don't know, go check it out. Put a like on it, the follow on that Twitter. That went to the last leg in 2021. The highest percentage of all tour card holders who played more than 10 matches. So that's like 1 in 3. It's more than 1 in 3. More than 1 in 3 of those matches went to that last leg decider. I won 8 of those, so it's 20 matches in total. I won 8, 40%. Now, normally the last leg decider I have a better percentage on. Look through the history books. I'd probably say I'm more like 60%, if not. I've just flipped that the wrong way around this year. I've lost 60% rather than won 60%. The other thing is over 40% of my games are lost to top 16 players. So if you put those stats in and you think about that, it's actually quite close. And if we look at the level of performance, not the results, the level of performance has got better, and that was proven a lot at the back end of this year with the changes. Someone put a stat out saying that I was the 13th most improved tour card holder in the back end of the year, which definitely, when you look at the changes that I made, both for my own mental state, like I said, darts became everything in my life. And I've never worked well with that. That's why I started YouTube. That's why I always used to go and do wrestling or do boxing or do football or do whatever it is that I do as well. When all that was stripped away, all I had was darts, and I'm not a guy who can just focus on one thing all in. So the changes that I made really helped with that. The gym work really helped. You can see throughout the videos the weight coming off as well, and the loss of weight. I'm definitely going to continue with that. It's very therapeutic, big word there for me, to go down and have that time at the gym as well. So I really like that, and that did sort of contribute to that good ending. Overall, you know, when I look at the season, there's been some good moments. The quarterfinal recently, obviously, was the highlight of that. But you know, when you look at like Michael Van Gerwen, you know, pushing him close the amount of times that I did this year, the amount of people in that top part of the game where, like I say, like a Dave Chisnall or, you know, these sort of high top 16 ranked players, where I'm pushing them to sort of the 6'5", 6'4" area. I don't think there's many times I rolled over and had my tummy tickled, you know, so there's some good things in there. I've had a couple of 6-0, I think I've had 3 6-0 wins this year, which is not something I normally do. You know, I'm not really a drive it home 6-0 sort of player, and I've got a couple of those in there this year as well. So plenty of positives to take from the season, despite obviously the results and what sort of happened in that side of things. What's next? I originally thought maybe there was a chance that I could have gone and took on the Lakeside qualifier, but I've had confirmation that that's not an option anymore, so yeah, that's been blocked. So yeah, I can't go and play the Lakeside qualifiers. So as far as 2021's done in a darting context, that's it. It's practice, and I'll continue to be practicing quite hard. Kevin Painter is currently getting ready for the World Seniors. I think what that was. Getting ready for the World Seniors. I'll be getting ready for Q School, which I'll 100% be going to in Milton Keynes, coming in at the secondary phase, because there's a 2-phase part again for Q School. So I'll be coming in at the secondary phase as a defending tour card holder. So I'll 100% be doing that. And like I say, lots of practice with Kevin, who's also getting ready for a big event himself. So that's going to be a handy little dynamic for us as well, as well with the stuff that I'll be doing on my own as well. Other things that are coming up. Obviously, I'm still offering the coaching, so if you're interested in getting a little bit of coaching, a little bit of mentorship, obviously my qualifications are all on the Darts Mad website. You can see those. You can contact me on any of the social media platforms below. Make some inquiries on that. I've got a lot of free time coming up in December. There'll be lots of YouTube as well coming up, so get used to this face. That's going to be coming your way as well. We've got shirts, Dart shirts available. Edgar replica match shirts are available, signed or unsigned, on huge discounts, which are from me directly, so not through Loxy at the moment. You can get those through me directly on any of the social media platforms underneath me here. There's 4 different ways you can get hold of me if you're interested in one of those. You can check that out on there. Couple of shout outs almost really here. So couple of great messages of support that I've had recently, but I'd say there's 2 that I really want to draw reference to. One's Chris Bellard, who's sort of been a really good supporter all the way through this year and putting things, and Nick McCartan. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you to you guys, and obviously to everybody. If I had to shout out everybody, it'd be impossible, but because like I say, the support's incredible. I put a tweet out on, again, my Twitter, at the Edgar1, saying I've had good levels of success in darts, but I've never had as much support as when I lost that 6-5 the other day to Nick Kenny. So it's the journey, isn't it? And you know, that's what we're here for. So we'll continue the journey in 2022. There's loads of doors, loads of options open, but obviously the first door that we need to go knocking on is Q School 2022. Hope you've enjoyed the season, and we'll have a good time over Christmas right here on Edgar TV. Edgar TV.